Boardwalks inside nature preserves are pathways to discover native palmetto, pine, and cypress forests. Plus, the man-made trails provide a safe distance from which to observe the wildlife. Before Living Green became a catchphrase, many communities around Southwest Florida had taken baby steps toward eco-friendliness through forest preservation, the creation of nature trails, and rebuilding habitats. These nature preserves can teach us to walk, but the boardwalk at the 6 Mile Cypress Slough leads us to the Interpretive Center, where we can learn to run toward a greener lifestyle.
Thoughtful architects have been doing green architecture since the beginning of our profession. It's just recently that we've come to realize we need to quantify it, we need to be able to certify it so people can understand what they're getting. So all architects are re-educating themselves to get better at it. It's always been part of our general approach, but now we want to help our clients save energy in particular. The Interpretive Center at the 6 Mile Cypress Slough is a great laboratory for us. We cannot keep going into the future on the same course we've been on for the last 25, 40 years of construction. It just uses too much fuel, uses too many resources, uses too much energy, and frankly pollutes too much. Right now, Lee County and the Friends are kind of at the forefront in our community of showing how it can be done, and we all can take these lessons home with us and apply them in our daily lives and at our home.
Many architects are conscientious about the environment and work with recycled and rapidly renewable construction materials. Lee County's support for green ideas is evident. From floor to ceiling, earth-friendly materials were used during the construction of the Interpretive Center, the first publicly funded green building in Lee County.
The flooring here, the marmoleum flooring, the boards used to make up the cabinets, the gypsum drywall, all of these have a certain percentage of recycled content in them. It's getting to the point right now where so much recycled material is being used that it's finally getting economically at least equal to using new materials, and soon it should be cheaper than using new materials.
It's clear to visitors of the Interpretive Center that accessible and renewable resources were used for construction. Large windows provide natural light, and bamboo is an ideal alternative to slower-growing hardwoods.
Another category is water efficiency. The county decided to go ahead and pay for a cistern system that collects rainwater from the roof. The metal roof allows us to bring almost all of the water that hits the roof down into our cistern in the rainy season. We'll actually collect more water from the roof than the building will use. And in the dry season, obviously, we're not collecting the rainwater like we typically are, but we're using dual flush toilets and waterless urinals and other water-saving strategies during the dry season that mean we have over 50% of water savings in this building over the course of a year.
Outside the Interpretive Center, visitors can see why it's important for the community to embrace green building. A cleaner environment might be good for tourism, but green building can also help sustain our plants and wildlife.
An Interpretive Center is an educational spot. It's a place that interprets what they're going to see out on the boardwalk. Their walk through the boardwalk will be much more enriched by knowing what they have seen. When they visited the Interpretive Center, they'd say, aha, now I know what to look for. Many people that walk through here without a volunteer guide don't see much of anything. I know I've taken people through and they've said, you know, this is the 4th time I've been here, but it's the first time I've really seen what is actually here. So the Interpretive Center is the gateway to the possibilities and what people are going to be seeing once they're walking on the boardwalk.
Sightseeing on the Fort Myers Preserve may even provide inspiration at home. After all, large-scale community greening up often begins in our own neighborhoods and backyards.
One of the very exciting aspects about our new Interpretive Center at 6 Mile Cypress Slough Preserve is we feel that by building green, this serves as a model not only for other public buildings, but for people building privately at home. They walk on the boardwalk, they see the Trex lumber, and they say, this is made out of plastic. I can recycle my plastic bags at home to go toward this kind of construction. They go into the Interpretive Center, they see the cistern that we're collecting water from the roof, and they're thinking, I can collect water in a rain barrel and maybe do the watering of my plants.
While the Interpretive Center underscores the importance of eco-friendly construction, the Colusa Nature Center carries the green banner into the great outdoors. Tropical plants in a backyard often become breeding grounds for important species. Preserving native plants then helps sustain these creatures and enhances Southwest Florida's beauty. The Colusa Nature Center is a living museum of Florida wildlife, and the caretakers of this outdoor wonderland credit the community for its success.
Colusa Nature Center and Planetarium has succeeded and thrived over the years because of the generosity of our citizens and visitors who care about this place, think it does good work, would like to support it and come back again. We think that's the very best reason for us to be here because it means something to local families and to our visitors to this area. They come away knowing something's important and beautiful about Southwest Florida. I think the most beneficial connection you can have with nature is actually coming in contact with it as close and personal as possible. It's that connection, that interactive kind of connection, and nothing matters more, I think, in this kind of environment we're in today with the hustle and bustle and stresses of life than to have that connection with nature.
Once inside the preserve, nature enthusiasts encounter a butterfly aviary, the American equivalent to a Zen garden. The aviary is housed in a familiar lanai-like structure, which provides the butterflies a free fly zone and shields them from predators.
People have enjoyed watching butterflies forever. The process of metamorphosis has been studied and pondered on by scientists for a long time. It's just till recently that we've actually kind of started really understanding that process. It's still a very amazing thing, metamorphosis, how a caterpillar, with 6 to 12 legs turns into a flying, beautiful insect.
Equally amazing is that community effort gave birth to the butterfly aviary. In 2003, leaders in green technology such as the Bonita Bay Group and the South Florida Water Management District built the structure and installed watering systems. One goal of the project is to encourage local people to seed the butterfly population through native gardens at their own homes.
If you're planting a garden for butterflies, the best thing to do is to plant native plants to attract native Florida butterflies. You should also consider not only nectar plants, but also larval plants for the butterflies. Well, butterflies and their caterpillars not only need the food from the foliage of some larval plants, but some butterflies like to puddle near water or puddle in wet dirt for the vitamins and minerals that it provides.
Those with a green thumb can even purchase plants on site to start butterfly gardens in their backyards. By bringing home a small piece of the Colusa Nature Center, visitors are actually investing back into their communities.
Well, not only is the garden beautiful with the different colored flowers and plants and foliage that you'll get when you start working on this project, but the butterflies are beautiful. I mean, butterflies basking in the sun, drinking nectar from the flowers with their proboscis. It's just a really amazing thing to watch. When you plant your first butterfly plant, the next day you see eggs, and the next day you see caterpillars. It's something that you're like, wow, I really did a good thing. I'm hoping these guys survive.
A little public effort goes a long way toward greening up our community, and local projects with an eco-friendly twist are a win-win situation for all.